Hello and welcome to Stage 5 of the Formula One Italian Grand Prix. This is the finale. And for this particular race, we're starting with cold tires. And there's ways to heat them up quicker. So you could take your time and they'll heat up eventually. Here I'm just double checking the requirements because sometimes there's just a lot and I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. Anyhow, you can see it's not moving very much. It's moving very slow. Well, if you skid, go for a big slide, you can get a lot of heating up done quickly. So let's just, let's see here, find an opportunity for that. Here we are at 10%. And I get an overtake there. And then I realized I was going in a little bit too deep and I just don't want to keep driving like this. So, see, even there, look how much that heated up those tires. All right, well, let's heat them up more. It was at 20% before I did this. A couple of donuts later, I'm at 45%. So there you go. I think I'll drive forwards now. And I want to win this race because I race to win. I don't race to lose very often. Well, sometimes you have to. This event is required PR, which means that you are forced to buy upgrades. You don't have a choice. Whether you need them or not, you must buy them. But we have an event coming up, the Austrian Grand Prix at Red Bull Ring. That one will be recommended PR. So that means only buy upgrades if you need them or if you want them, and there's nothing wrong with that. Some people just, as soon as they start an event, they want to fully upgrade, or in this case, of course, we're talking about tuning. So pardon me, tuning is still newer to the game. Now, because I want to win, and I'm not so sure how easy that's going to be, I do some things like that once in a while. You know that. Once in a while, I'll just take a fun little off-track cut to shave some time. And there you go, a little wiggle on that one. And we're just flying through some of this. Now, again, I have to get cumulative drafting off of one person. So, it's not going to... maybe cumulative was the wrong word. Because it's not accumulating from car to car. Anyway, you need to get all of your drafting from one car continuously. There we go, continuously. I'm gonna find my words yet. My tires are almost at 100%, so not much of a problem there. This car should start to handle normally. So Parabolica should be perfectly fine as long as I'm perfectly fine. There we go, Parabolica went well. 4th place, and what do we got here? 2 laps to go. I think I'm going to have to keep doing some lawnmower mode. That's what I call it when I go cutting off track, like this.
That's cheating, dude.
Very true. This is a big no-no during time trials, but sometimes there's advantages to this, especially during endurance races. If you cut that corner, and then you cut this corner during certain endurance races, not all. Oh, I didn't time that very well. Anyhow, you can do an endurance race as long as you want to here in some cars, not all cars. Like, currently not in the Formula One cars. I've never done this in the 2019 cars. Maybe it'll be possible in the 2020 cars if you're fully tuned. I kind of doubt it, but there's other cars. Ferraris, Koenigseggs, Porsches. There's several different cars that I've driven here as long as I want to drive in an endurance race and earn some big currency. Alright, well, still in 3rd place. 1 lap to go and I didn't get any drafting in. Well, isn't that interesting? I think, no, I thought I saw someone on the horizon. I think I better do lawnmower mode one more time. I'm going to take it a little bit easier this time. There's 2 ways. That way's a little bit easier to control. When you do the left-hand cut, once in a while it goes wrong and you come to a dead stop. And man, that sucks, especially since your car will be horribly damaged when that happens. Oh, there we go. There he is on the horizon. Yep. Okay, well, it's getting a little bit close. Don't have to win this race, but I like to win as many as I can. And it's a lot easier. Now, of course, I'm still not getting my drafting in because I don't want to waste my time behind him. And it doesn't take long to get in my Roman Cubit drafting. 1,500? Oh, that'll go by super fast. Ah, that's hilarious. Okay, and then I'm done with Hamilton. So I can get rid of him. Oh, he's pretty fast. The bots are getting harder. Well, isn't that good? I like a bit of a challenge sometimes. Not that that was much of a challenge. I did a whole bunch of cutting and finished a lot higher than I had to. Alright, and the earnings keep piling up. So, avoiding all collisions and off-track driving. Well, let's see if we can make this a little more interesting. Finishing at least third place. Oh, there's someone right there. Well, I could swing by and catch a little bit of draft. And because we're starting in a weird spot, you can just stay full throttle. Remember that the computers always drive our car pretty bad. So, yeah, you can go full throttle later. So I'm going to have this one guy to deal with, and then I don't think I see anybody for quite a while. Now, if you want to pit someone without getting damaged, you have to let off the throttle right when you gently go to turn him. But I won't do that with this guy. Let's just see here. Let's fast forward 16 times regular speed. Because it's a lot of empty laps, as you can see. And then there we go. We've caught one guy. Oh, and we gotta, well, they both should be here. Oh, I didn't want to get into heavy contact in that corner. Oftentimes I misjudge the bots in that corner and end up getting wrecked. So I'm being a little bit careful. There, I wanted him to brake a little bit so I could set this up. Nice little overtake going into this section. Catch a little bit of draft, and then Hamilton's gonna go bye-bye. Off the gas, back onto the gas, and I did not fail. However, if I would have stayed full throttle, or if you have an automatic accelerator or automatic throttle situation, definitely would have failed you for doing that. So that's some of the fun I like to have sometimes. There we go. Finish that stage nicely. Sometimes I regret not doing this all in one day, but lots of M dollars there. Just don't want to give them all up. Okay, so here's where I'm going to really make the point about how this unit of measure is incorrect. It just said I should draft for 6,000 meters. Okay, Monza Road Course is only 5,793 meters for one whole lap. Okay, well, I'm obviously not doing anywhere near a full lap. Not even a half lap. But you just watch what's going to happen here. Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get all of my drafting in before I even reach the start-finish line. So you can really tell that this is not an accurate unit of measure. And again, I've done the math. I actually tested this, did a lot of tests. I went back through my old events like these ones, and then I went to an endurance race and recreated the distance exactly and compared the data. And you find out that they're basically giving you 2.25 units per each one you travel. Oh, bye-bye. Okay, we're going to go hyperspeed again. This is 16 times regular speed. I'm just not going to make you watch a whole bunch of empty laps. And then we've got Hamilton. And that'll take us to the end of this race, as long as I don't do anything really stupid here. Which sometimes I've done. There's times that I have lost a long race right at Parabolica. It's one of the reasons why sometimes these corners mess me up, is because sometimes I've just made massive mistakes and it kind of gets in your head once in a while as you're nearing that corner. Almost made it all the way around. I should have thrown it into reverse there. Oh, look at that. Exactly 442. You don't see that very often. That's funny, especially since I was sliding across the line. Okay, magically get the tuning there. I decided that I didn't want to spend gold on this car. So I definitely want to max out this tuning. And again, in case you guys don't know, once you have a tuning, you can apply it to all the other cars you own, even all at the same time. But I just don't know that I want to spend all my gold to max out a driver so I can get into the Invitational Series, but what I get back for that is not near what I spent, and we do that a lot in this game, but I just don't plan on maxing out a whole bunch of these Formula One cars. I'm just not going to do it. Gold is a very precious commodity in this game, and I got to hold on to it. That race, I just skipped basically the whole race. It's a whole bunch. Like, look at that lead on Hamilton. It's ridiculous. There was nothing to see for multiple laps. So, you've seen how I do laps at this point. And let's see here. We're getting to the last race. And I said I was going to share all my totals, and I'm definitely going to be doing that yet. This one isn't very hard. You got a bot right there. Don't worry about it. Just stay full throttle. Catch some draft if you want to. Your timer hasn't started yet. So what you want to do here, take it easy into Parabolica, but take a wide path. You want to have a lot of speed as you cross the start-finish line. If you're really confident at Parabolica, then take it fast. And then I'm going to go quite far to the outside. You normally do this on this track. I haven't been doing it for most of this series, but I want a lot of speed. And then I just want to watch my braking points. There's a distance marker on my left that I use as my first braking point. Just past it. And then I want to be into the throttle when I'm at the first corner of the chicane, not the second one. And coming up here, there's going to be a shaded section going across the track. I'm braking when my back end is lined up with that shaded section, at least with the current tunings I have. Braking points change with tunings. I'm into the throttle at the first corner of that chicane, not the second one. This is a very short braking point. And same thing here, just a little tiny braking point just before the corner. Oh, that was close to failure. Now watch on the right. I'm going to go under a bridge and then under a banner, and I'm using the distance marker just after that, right about there. On the brakes, very short for this section. And then there's a red curb coming up on the left. I'm a couple of car lengths after that one. So here's the red section I'm talking about coming up. On the brakes, very little here. Back into the gas. I mean, it's a little bit of a longer braking point, but there you go. Still lots of time left on that clock. No issues at all, and Hamilton is way far back there. My goodness, man. Alrighty, well, it's time to get to my totals. These totals will include everything I've earned during the whole event. So there you go. There's my total earnings for the entire event. Fame, gold, M dollars, and my driver XP. And then here is what I spent. Again, I started with driver level 3 and principal level 9. I didn't spend any gold during this event. Now, the cars. From left to right, highest PR to lowest PR. I'm choosing one of the lower cars. I'm going to earn one of the higher ones in another event. So that wraps it up. Thank you for joining me. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe, and good luck in your racing endeavors.